Hello everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hiram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hiram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. Are y'all ready to get deep? Because today I want to geek out on skincare, which I guess isn't too different from what I normally do. But today there's extra geekiness. So it's no secret that I absolutely love Korean skincare. I feel like they are so advanced in the technology that they have around cosmetics, new ingredient innovation, sourcing, and they're just so far ahead of what we have in the US. You know, which is why I'm constantly talking about Korean skincare products and won't shut up about them. But it's just so good. And whenever I see articles or posts talking about like Korean beauty secrets, tips and tricks you need to know, it's kind of a lot of the same. You know, the 12-step Korean skincare system, using a toner, their amazing sunscreens, which is, you know, all fine and dandy. But I want to talk about tips and tricks, ingredients, and new technology innovation that is available in Korea that you've never heard of and probably don't know anything about. I've done my research to figure out what's going on in Korea when it comes to innovation, and also want to share some ingredients and tips that I think get overlooked a lot. So without further ado, let's talk about Korean beauty tips and tricks that you have never heard of. I also want to say this video is thankfully sponsored by VT Cosmetics and their infamous Reedle shot products, as well as their PDRN essence. If you want to know about Korean skincare innovation, make sure you stay tuned for when I talk about these products because, they're amazing. So the first tip is one that I saw a lot of people from Korea commenting on in forums, posts, and just different websites when I was doing my research that I think here in the US or even the Western world, we just don't really do. And that is having a humidifier by your bed when you sleep. From what I know, it's really common in Korea to have a humidifier right next to your bed so that your skin can continually get that hydration throughout the night, you know, because our skin stays happy in moist, humid environments. And I will say this can make a really big difference in your skin because I started doing this about a year ago, no, like 2 years ago, particularly when I'm traveling or in the mainland. I spend a lot of time in Colorado, and as beautiful as that state is, it is so dry and it's brutal on the skin, the sinuses. And so by having a humidifier right next to my bed, I noticed a huge difference from when I would have my humidifier on and the level of moisture that my skin would retain in the morning versus when I didn't have it on. I highly recommend. It's such an easy thing to do, and it's really good for your throat, nose, and just your overall health anyway. And you can find a bunch of good ones on Amazon. If you guys actually want me to do a video about like different skincare humidifiers, I would totally be down. But yeah, I never really see people in the Western world talking about this tip when it's really popular in Korea. The next thing is so freaking cool. If y'all want to geek out, let's go. Microneedle therapy. Now, it's not the microneedling that you're thinking of, where you're taking a derma roller or, you know, stabbing needles into your skin. It's not that. This is when they use technology to arrange skincare ingredients into tiny little microneedles that can penetrate the skin and help beneficial ingredients get deeper into the skin. And these needles are tiny, 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 but they can make really beneficial ingredients so much more powerful because of the way that they're able to get into the skin. So freaking cool, and exactly the type of skincare technology that I think we need to move towards. Better ways of getting good ingredients into our skin. And the brand that has done this with formulations I absolutely love, and the sponsor of today's video is VT Cosmetics. If you guys haven't heard of their Reedle shot products, get ready. They're super popular in Korea, not only because of their microneedle therapy system, but also because of the stacked ingredient list. Let me tell you. So the core technology of the microneedle therapy system comes down to its main ingredient, Cica Reedle. Get it? Cica? Centella asiatica. So the microneedles are made out of silica or hydrolyzed sponge, and the sponge is essentially coated with cica to help enhance absorption when it's penetrated into the skin, and from there help to regenerate and soothe the skin and just getting all the benefits of Centella asiatica. And this ingredient, Cica Reedle, went through tons of research. Like they literally have patents pending in USA, Korea, Japan. It's pretty freaking legit. So they have 3 different Reedle shot products, and I've been using all 3 just kind of depending on the day or what my skin needs, because they're all different varying levels of intensity. So there's the 100, 300, and then the 700. And basically the difference of all 3 is the hardness of the needles, because depending on how hard they are, it gives a more powerful exfoliating effect, because those microneedles can help get rid of dead skin cells and overall just make the skin way more smooth. So the way you use Reedle shot is by applying it first thing right after cleansing so it can deeply absorb into the skin, and then following up with the rest of your skincare routine. You can use it morning or night, but I prefer to use it at night. But the first one I started using is the 100, which is great if you want like everyday use. The Reedle Shot 100 has 95,000 Cica Reedles and is perfect for all over the face and everyday use. And let me tell you, the first time using this product is trippy. It's a very light tingling sensation, but you can actually like feel it working on your skin. It's so cool. I personally have enjoyed using the 100, specifically all over my face or in those areas that are a little bit more sensitive, but I like using the 300 on my forehead because I tend to create, you know, more dead skin cells, oil, sebum in that area. The Reedle Shot 300 has 237,500 Seeker Reedles and is great to use 3 days a week. And the 700, the most powerful one on my nose, because my nose gets super red. The Reedle Shot 700 has 570,000 Seeker Reedles and is great to use at night once a week. And that's honestly where the main reason why I love these products comes into play. The ingredient lists are amazing, particularly if you struggle with redness, sensitivity, irritation, breakouts, aggravated skin, premature aging. Like, let me go over them. There's of course niacinamide, staple, good ingredient, but there's also Centella asiatica, which is good for reducing redness, but also madecassoside, madecassis acid, and adenosine. When I saw those, I was like, oh my God, because those ingredients historically have been used in the past to aid with wound healing, repairing skin damage, reducing redness, the incredible antioxidant benefits. Like, they're pretty much the best of the best in terms of really beneficial, healthy ingredients for the skin. Not to mention there's tons of amino acids, macadamia nut oil, propolis. Like, I'm telling you, when I first discovered these products and I looked at these ingredient lists, I was like, oh, this is what I want to see. Now, the 100 is great because the microneedles help to open up the skin to allow for better absorption of those beneficial ingredients. And with the 300, you're getting a little bit more exfoliating power. And because the 300 provides a little bit more intensive care, it's good to use like a maximum of 3 days per week. But the biggest differences I've noticed when using this line is, first and foremost, reduce irritation, redness, and sensitivity. Like, my skin tends to get very irritated. My skin also feels way smoother and softer, which is impressive because I'm, you know, typically a stickler when it comes to making sure my skin is always plump and hydrated. So if you struggle with these things or you're wanting like that glowy, radiant, hydrated look, definitely try out the Reedle Shot line because it's amazing. So the next tip, or rather super cool Korean skincare technology, if y'all want to geek out, bruh, this is your chance. PDRN. Now I know you're sitting there being like, what the heck is PDRN, bro? Polydeoxyribonucleotide. But basically, it's an incredible ingredient that helps to repair damaged skin tissue that has always previously been derived from either salmon or trout. And this ingredient is really amazing, particularly if you're wanting to repair premature aging or dark spots in the skin, because it helps the skin produce more collagen, skin regeneration, and of course, elasticity to help with, you know, the signs of premature aging. VT Cosmetics was instead able to naturally extract PDRN from wild ginseng, actually grown on Jirisan Mountain, beautiful mountain in Korea, and used it in their PDRN essence, a product I've been using and particularly loved using alongside the Reedle Shot products. Wild ginseng is already an incredible ingredient that is really underutilized here in the US, and because it's naturally extracted, it means it's certified vegan. Ooh! But of course, not only does this product have PDRN, but it also has ceramides, squalane, panthenol, allantoin, all these ingredients that I constantly talk about here on this channel. Basically an amazing mixture of ingredients that helps to fight against skin damage while also deeply moisturizing the skin. And by using it alongside Reedle Shot products, that microneedle therapy system helps with the absorption of the ingredients in the PDRN essence as well, getting that PDRN even deeper into the skin while creating a nice healthy glow on top of the skin. So if you want to check out the Reedle Shot products as well as the PDRN essence from VT Cosmetics, I'll have everything linked in the description box down below. And VT Cosmetics is hooking you guys up with an exclusive discount code just for y'all. They're already having a 10% off select products promotion, but if you use my secret discount code, you'll get an additional 10% off. You can use the discount code on the screen, or I'll also have it in the description box. Just, you know, helping you guys save some money. And let's go on to more tips. Speaking of exfoliation, this trick is so important, but I think in the Western world, we kind of get it wrong, as in going way the hell overboard. In Korea, gentle exfoliation is king. I think a lot of times when we think of skincare, we're thinking of like the very powerful exfoliating face masks, super powerful exfoliating products, high percentages. But in Korea, you really don't see that very much. And I think that is great because Korean skincare recognizes the value and the power of using gentle exfoliants. Now, I, like everyone else, love the before and after difference that you feel when you use a mask like, say, the Ordinary Peel. But in order to have long-term clear skin and sustainable results, using a super intense exfoliant like that regularly is not the way to go. Using frequent but very gentle exfoliants has so much more benefit because number one, you're not risking irritation by potentially overdoing it. Number two, you're getting way more consistent and frequent exfoliation. And number three, because your skin is getting that very regular exfoliation, there's a much less likely risk of breakouts, acne, dark spots, premature aging. And that's why personally, I don't use super strong exfoliating masks. I mean, at most once a month. month. But that's about it, because every single week I'm exfoliating 3 nights and getting that super consistent process of removing the dead skin cells on my face. So if you want to see some incredible long-term results, minimize the use of those really powerful products and opt for much gentler exfoliating products. I mean, like a great example of this is the Seeker Reedle in the Reedle shot, because it helps to manage skin cell turnover rate. So it makes it really effective for exfoliating the skin, but still in a gentle way that doesn't utilize the very traditional exfoliating ingredients. Ooh, okay, this trick I really have not seen in the Western world like at all, but it's tone up sunscreens. Now, of course, with sunscreens, you either have the clear sunscreens that look invisible on the skin, or you have tinted sunscreens that kind of work a little bit like makeup to give a little bit of coverage. But tone up sunscreens are specific pigmented colors that offset problems in the skin. And it all comes down to like makeup artistry, basically. Color theory, get into it. So for example, when I was a makeup artist and a client came in and had redness, using green on your skin helps to cancel out that redness and make your skin look more even. And this is typically something that has only really been utilized in makeup, but nowadays more and more sunscreens are coming out that have those colors in them to help conceal those problem areas. And they can be really good as well if you're someone who wears makeup and doesn't want to have to use like color correcting concealer, color correcting spot treatments. You can just do that with your sunscreen and you don't have to use those extra makeup products. Super cool. They're really blowing up in Korea and just getting very popular. I really hope that makes its way to the Western market as well, because I think it's just so much smarter than using an entirely separate makeup product. Like, you may as well have it in your sunscreen. And then finally, sun protection. I know y'all are rolling your eyes being like, Hiram, that is not exclusive to Korea. We've been new. But I'm not talking about sunscreen. I'm talking about sun protection and sun mindfulness. Practicing sun avoidance when possible. I've talked a little bit about this on my channel before, but this is something that Koreans really have figured out that us Americans just really don't. And honestly, we need it way more than they do, because white people age so quickly. We could really use some of these tips, but this comes down to them using umbrellas on sunny days. Something I think is so smart, and I actually see all the time here in Hawaii, but I never see anywhere else. They have reapplying SPF figured out. Whereas I think in the Western world, we're still just struggling to get people to even wear sunscreen, let alone reapply it. But super cool products that I've been seeing blow up more in Korea are sun patches for the skin. Essentially what they are is basically similar to what you would get in a hydrocolloid patch, but it's able to completely refract UV light. Now, why this is cool is because a lot of us tend to get sun damage more so in certain parts of our face than other parts of our faces. It could be the nose, the cheeks, the forehead. And if you're someone who notices sun damage in those areas after spending a day outside, a sun patch in those areas can be super helpful for mitigating that sun damage. Oh my gosh, speaking of sun protection, I forgot to mention too, when you're using the Reedle Shot products in the morning, it's really important to use sun protection to make sure, your skin is properly taken care of, because those microneedles are powerful, just because you don't want anything interfering with the effectiveness of the product, Oh man, that's basically all the tips and tricks, new innovation, technology that I wanted to talk about. I mean, I have so much fun geeking out over this stuff, because really so much of skincare tips and tricks doesn't just come down to individual products. It comes down to ingredients, habits, whether it's a humidifier or sun protection, like microneedle therapy or polyallactic acid, or even just cool skincare technology like tone-up sunscreens or sun patches. There's just so much cool innovation coming out of Korea that I think we definitely can apply in our own skincare routines. But I hope you guys enjoyed nerding out on this video. If you live in Korea and you're aware of any different types of trends or want to build on anything I've shared, please comment in down below. I would love to see. Obviously, there's only so much I can know about living here in the US, so I would love to hear from you guys. If you want to check out VT Cosmetics, the Reedle Shot products, as well as their PDRN essence, I'll have everything linked down in the description box below, as well as the discount code. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.